everybody, it's Mike, the rideshare reseller, with another sold video for you. I've got about 10 items that I wanted to show you. You can still see in the background some more books back there, still haven't gotten to them. And the 49er shirts from yesterday, I've been trying to get those up. That's the last. If I get all those up, then I have every item up that I need to have up. And I will not have a death pile of unlisted items. I do not carry a death pile. That's my goal. I never have one. I figure if that happens, then I'm becoming I've got too much stuff. So I need to always be picking as best I can so that I can get stuff up. But sometimes, like when I get a lot of clothing, that slows me down. Clothing can really make your death pile grow. So I'm not a big clother, as they say, but I do find my items like I did this weekend. Not all major, price point sellers, but they definitely are, the bread and butter, $15 net profits, that kind of thing, $20 net profits. Hopefully I can move them. Big 49er fan, so I was glad to find those shirts. I think there's one I might keep. I'm a little bit big guy. Some of these larges and stuff, I don't even think I can get them over my head. So anyhow, I was going to start out with, let me make it a little smaller here. Let me give. All right. I was going to say is, I started my eBay selling business April 1st of this year, basically. That's when I started. So I have April, May, June, and this is the halfway mark of July. So I have 3.5 months of selling. And again, I have told people, I said, hey, can you make a business of this? Sure you can. If I can, you can. I always say that, right? So I'm going to show you my last 60 days sales and give you an idea where I'm at. I have really no idea if this is good, bad. I don't know. This is where I'm at. Now, I've hustled pretty hard for 3.5 months and built up a little bit of a pile. A bit of an inventory. I shouldn't say a pile. You always have to have inventory. If you don't have inventory, you're dead in the water. It's great if you could sell every item one for one. That's the ultimate goal. That's like my goal. One in, one out. That would be sweet, right? But we just can't do that. It just doesn't work that way. It's like when I owned my business. I had 15,000 square feet of showroom. And, I had to put stuff on that floor. Not every item sold. Not every item was a winner. You had to continually try to find the winners and hope that your winners outweighed your losers. That's the thing. So if you keep listing, so it's true, the more you list, the better off you are. Especially, but you just can't list to list. You have to have some pretty darn good quality. That's going to make a big difference. So you're looking for quality and numbers. Once you get that going, then you're going to be fine. So I have to watch that. I am currently, I cleaned my side yard. I have a big spot out in the back that used to be my garden, and the ground is just no longer basically tillable. So I'm thinking about putting some kind of a unit on there for kind of an extra space. Maybe not so much for items, maybe some items, but also a little more of a YouTube setup in there. So that's what I'm looking at in there. Have my son's drums in half, that kind of a situation. And I hope to do that pretty soon. I've been pretty organized. I'm in California, so my home is not very big. My home is only 1,500 square feet. It's not a very large home. And I utilize the garage as my storage area, but I'm constantly rearranging it and making it tight. So the 300 items that I have are pretty much in there, and I have one little small storage shed that I have about 4 or 5 bins in. So it's imperative that I move stuff. I do not want to continue to keep stuff. So it's going to get tough, and that's why I'm going to add a couple of storage unit in the back here. That will take some pressure off for the next level of, let's say, I'm at 300 now, make it to 600. So that would be my goal there. All right, so let's get over here and show you. Let me make my screen a little smaller, and let me show you my 60-day total. Okay, here we go. Hopefully you all can see my 60-day total here. Let me make it bigger. There it goes. All right. There we go. All right. So I got 3 to ship today. I have 13,500 basically is my 60-day total. I finally got over the 312 active. If I put these last few shirts, that's going to put me at 320. So I'll have 320 versus 227 sold. I don't know if this is a 60-day total of 227. I guess it is, or is that my lifetime? I have no idea. I haven't quite figured that one out. So that's my number. So people out there who think you're faking it or something, there's the proof in the pudding right there. It's sitting right out there for you to see. I'm not afraid to show it. I don't know if that's medium size. I'm sure it's probably medium, maybe. I don't think it's ultra small or anything. But that's where I'm at. And I've been doing it 3.5 months. So can you do it? You bet you can. If I can do it, you can do it. So that's my total, all right, for the last 60 days. Now, let's get into some of my sold items that got me to that total or have helped me to that total, right, guys? All right, let's see if I can make this a little bigger this way, too. Maybe I might have to shrink it. I'm going to shrink it just a little bit. All right, let's start off with a piece of clothing here. I actually sold this one last night. All right. So here's what I sold. I sold this. I found this at Savers. This is a long sleeve Oakland A's World Series Champs t-shirt from Cooperstown. This is a single stitcher, so I found this one. Sold for $45 plus shipping. I believe I had a crazy number on shipping. I want to say it was $15, but anyhow, it was $15. It might be behind here, is it? Yeah, $14.95. So $14.95 on shipping, and I didn't pay that much, so add a little bit more. So this was probably about $52 minus my $7 and minus that, so about a $32 profit roughly, I think, on that unit. So some clothes, and this is what I look for in the clothing field. I look for unique, and I'm not probably any different than anybody else, but I tend to go this way, specialty items. All right, let's get the second item. I'm double clicking too fast, but anyhow, this here is a very interesting item. Okay, so this goes back to old electronics, guys. This is 2 tapes, never opened. This is the key here, never opened. A Akai MK20J multi-track recorder. These are hard to find. And the way I found this one was on OfferUp. Somebody was offering them on OfferUp. And I believe I paid a total of $15. He wanted 20, I got 15. And we met up again, I was ride sharing out with my Uber and my Lyft. And we met up at a Pete's Coffee, as I remember, and made the transaction happen right there. He had them at work, brought them right down the street from his work, and made the transaction. So $15, so $60 minus 5 for shipping because I went first class. So $55 and another boom, $40 some profit on 15. Not bad. These are your bread and butters, guys. So look for this type stuff, especially Akai. Akai in the reel-to-reel and taping industry is big, very big company. All right, let's go on to number 3. All right, number 3. Again, this is like bread and butter. I found 2 of these at Savers, and this is called Handwriting Without Tears wood piece set. I paid $1.99 for each one. These are for people who have trouble learning handwriting. I wish I could open the box. I should have had the next picture, but they're just wooden pieces. There's no writing on them. They're just some shapes. There are some books that go with them. I did not have them. Many people asked about them, but I sold both of these fairly rapidly within about 7 to 10 days of each other. And I sold them for both about $24. I had them up for $29. I took $24, and I think it was free ship. Yeah, free ship. So, again, maybe a $12, $13 profit. Not a whole lot, but it's still 12 bucks or so. And times 2, 24 off my $4 investment. Again, bread and butter, right? Bread and butter. All right. This one here you probably saw this in a video if you watch my videos. You saw this one about a week ago. And, this was a laminator. I believe I paid $9 or $10 for this laminator. And this is the type you see in FedEx. So if you ever go into FedEx, you'll see what I had there. Might have had this a little low. I might have. But I didn't want to hold on to it. I wanted to move it. And it sold right away for $125. He was in Arizona, so the shipping did not kill me. I think, did I have shipping? Yeah, I had shipping at $12. So I'm pretty sure the shipping was right on the mark at $13 because it went FedEx SmartPost. So I made, $115 minus everything. This was probably going to be right around a $95 net profit on this particular item. A lot of people, again, are afraid of these things because you got to ship them. I'm not afraid of anything. I'll ship anything as long as it's, reasonable. I hate shipping long items. Long items to me are hard because I can't find the boxes, so I have to go buy the boxes pretty much. I don't mind selling driver golf clubs. If the driver club is really worth some money, then I just make sure I get the 6x6x6 box, 48 long, I believe. And that's what I use to ship those. I was talking to Commonwealth Picker, and he uses, for irons and putters, I think he is using the free USPS box. I think that's what he said, or tubes. But I haven't gotten into that yet as much. I'm a big golfer. I love to play golf. I have all kinds of clubs. Been playing all my life, and so that's an area that I'm an expert in. I feel I know what's out there, but I just haven't. I do look. I haven't found anything that grabs my attention. That I just don't want to have a pile of golf clubs. I've already got enough of those, so I don't need more golf clubs. All right, let's see what we got next. All right, remember this one, guys? I told you about this one. I told you about the great 35 millimeter cameras, the point and shoot ones, right? Point and shoot. This little guy I paid $5 for, $5. And it is amazing. It's just an amazing find. And I look for these all the time. And this guy right here sold. I had it up for $269. Now, I'm not greedy, okay? I could have held out a little longer, maybe picked up $249. But $5 into $229 all day, you take that. And so I took that. It was just a matter of time, and like I said, it did sell and sold pretty quick, just like I told you guys it would. Sold on Thursday, July 11th, and I believe it was probably only 10, 12 days that I had that. So you got to keep your eye out for those. Those are tremendous. If you find this Olympus DLX, look out. You're going to make some money. All right, let's go into the next one. All right, this was a Goodwill find. I found 2 of these bad boys. Again, people will pass up cordless phones. Cordless digital handset with 2 of them. And people will pass them up because it's just the old technology. But you got to remember, there are a lot of people out there who are not tech savvy. A lot of our seniors, older people, they still have phones. So those go out. I bought 2 of them for $6.96, I believe, and I sold both of them already, $45.95 for both, and there was no best offer. They just flat out sold. Sent it FedEx SmartPost. One was in California, one was in Arizona, I'm guarantee you there are probably retirement communities, one in California, one in Arizona. And great little items. I like to get them new. I don't mess with the used ones unless they're really rare and they just command a good number. So I'm always looking for the ones that are new in the box. All right, let's hit the next one. All right, here's one of my better licks. Okay, this guy here was amazing to me. I had a little bit of a problem with this one originally. This was an $8 find at Goodwill of all places. And this probably was sitting on the shelf for a few hours. And there were even some resellers that I know that were in the store at the time I put this in my cart. This is a Rapid 5080E professional electric stapler, 5,000 staple capacity. This is not your kindergarten stapler. This is a big stapler. And originally I had sold it to somebody in Kuwait, and he didn't want to pay the international shipping fees. I guess when it came to that part, he was having a struggle. Well, I'm pretty sure, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure eBay informs you that there could be these duties and so forth and so on, and you got to know your country, not me. So he's asking me what I can do, and there was nothing I can do. I don't know what eBay shipping cost to them is. I don't know what they tell him for delivery time. He needed it fast. I can't get it there any faster. I can get it to Kentucky fairly fast, but I can't get it from Kentucky to Kuwait. I have no control over that. So the first guy, it went into default basically, and I had to wait. So it took 8 days roughly for me to put it back on. So I put it back on, and bingo, a week later it sold, but this time to somebody in Guam, I believe. Guam, so it's a United States territory. So that did sell again to somebody in Guam, and I sold it for, you can see folks, $379. $379. Another home run for me. I mean, there was a week here where back in the day where I was just really, I think we all have those, but I was like, everything I touched seemed to be the Midas touch that week. And this was one of those items. All right, here we go. Probably saw my video with the Starbucks coffee, 11 boxes, 6 1-pound bags in each box. I have already sold 4. I paid $60 for all 11 boxes, and I have now sold 4 at $70. You're talking $280, and I have 7 boxes left. So unbelievable, right? And I have access eventually to more of these, so I could become a Starbucks distributor pretty soon. The expiration is good until January of 2020, so I still have time to sell the other 7. And I'm finding that a lot of these have sold to APOs. I think it's probably going into the military. Some of them are they strive, they can't get it, right? Or they're on a base and they can't quite get it. So they want a specific taste. So that's what I think is going on, a little bit of this. I think 2 of them shipped kind of that way. So again, you don't think you can sell food on eBay, but you can sell packaged food. There's a lot of weird stuff you can sell on eBay. McCormick spices. It's just crazy. I mean, it's endless what we can sell. Our eyes have to be open to what is out there, right, guys? We have to continually look for things that we can flip, and this is one of them. So I'm going to make really good money on this, especially now every one of them is pure profit. All right, let's head into the next one. All right, this one here, I learned about. This is, again, how you learn, right? So I learned about this one from a flea market, of all places. There was a guy who had some Staub, Staub, small cast iron pots. He had 3 with lids and 1 without. And I said, hey, how much are those? And he said, $150. And my eyes went, what the heck? $150? I knew cast iron, but I never knew Staub. So I had filed that in my mind. And so one day I'm at a Goodwill. Matter of fact, the same one where I bought the stapler. and I was checking out with my items, and behind the counter was this Staub little unit, and I think it was either getting ready to be put out or put into the showcase. And I asked the lady, I said, how much is it? She said $14. $14. So I bought it sight unseen. I didn't care. It was brand new, just didn't have a box. Well, I made one mistake. I bought it and I didn't know quite enough about it. It's called a mussel pot. And there's a little metal grate that blocks off a portion of this little pot. And it wasn't in there. Well, I was in kind of a hurry, checking out all that, grabbed it, and then when I got home and realized I didn't have that little grate, I thought, uh-oh, this might be a problem. So I put it up with no grate. I said, hey, there's no grate in it. And if I would have had the grate, I bet you I'd get over $100 for it. So I just put it up for $79.95. It's still sold. Yeah. Somebody will find the grate, especially when these are like 170, 160 new in the box. I believe that's what they run. So, don't be afraid if it's missing a part. Just disclose that you're missing the part and go on from there. Get another good little find, and I caught that one as I was checking out. So my eyes wander a lot. My eyes are all over the store. It's like the Goodwill is where's Waldo? I mean, there's so much stuff, right? So my eyes are high and low. I'm pretty tall. I'm 6 foot. So I'm up high, so I have to really concentrate down low. But I'm up high above eye level of a lot of people, and I can see quite a bit. So anyhow, that's the Staub one. Let's take a look at. Okay, we're on my last item, the last one. But this is a good one. This is the one that I told you about day after 4th of July. Here it goes. All right, it's the espresso machine. This one I wasn't going to go picking that day, but I decided I was going to give it a shot. So I went out, and the first Goodwill I go into, lo and behold, I mean, I was tired. There was just not a whole lot going on, but because I'm tall, it was up on the very top of this big rack. And I think sometimes people can't see it. But I saw this, and I said, oh, well, let me do a quick comp. La Pavoni, and bingo, my eyes started going, oh wow, I mean $400, $500 for some of these machines. So I did the comp on it, and mine was running in the $350, $450 range. But I was missing a part. I was missing the little, I can't remember what they call it. It's the little cup that the grounds go in, kind of an important piece. So I looked high and low all over the store for that thing, and it was nowhere to be found. But I noticed that even the ones for parts were selling quite a bit. So I knew I was going to take it no matter what. I paid $13.99. So I got it home, cleaned it up, and put it up that night. And I said, look, missing the cup. And long story, in 2 hours, it sold for my full price of $299.95 and the shipping of $40. And here's the kicker. So sometimes on shipping, you lose $1 or $2, and sometimes you gain $1 or $2, whatever. This one went to basically 45 miles from where I live. So I made out on the shipping side, okay? And this one netted me. This was my net of $272 net on my $14 profit. On my $14 item, I netted $272. So not bad, folks, not bad. So anyhow, that is the end of the 10, all right? And just glad that I got these out for everybody. I like doing sold videos. I need to do a few more of them. I'm like I said, new to this whole thing, video, everything. I'd like to do a lot more video editing and, be much more savvy on that. And I will eventually. But right now, I hope that you enjoy, some of the videos I put out. I give it my effort. I'm not gonna stop and, quit. I'm gonna keep putting them out. I believe that the more people that see these, it doesn't matter if 20 people see it or 10 people see it. Hopefully they'll spread the word and people will get the word that you can make money reselling part-time if you need extra money to help your family, extra money for college, extra money for just anything, for a trip. Hey, you know what? There are so many ways to have a nice vacation for your family. One of them is reselling some products from your house, lifting and Ubering occasionally, okay? All of that kind of stuff. Combining the two, like I do, and you can have yourself, take your family on a nice little vacation. There's just so many ways. I mean, I'm so enthused for people. I sure hope people will catch on to some of this and do what we're doing to just help themselves out. It's a great business, great side business for everybody. There's so many great resellers. I've met so many nice people. They are willing to help you. I mean, occasionally you run into somebody who, not interested in helping you much, but 98% of the people out there who are reselling, they want to tell you their story. I want to tell you my story. Hey, I found this. What are you finding? It's exciting. I mean, the thrill of the hunt, that's what it's about, right, people? The thrill of the hunt and making money. I mean, when you find an espresso machine like I found, and I've only been doing this 3.5 months, when you find that 35mm camera for $5, that's excitement. That's what people out there need to see, is the excitement that we have inside of us for this reselling. Just take a look at everybody on YouTube. I mean, the excitement of everybody. They're all nice people. I'm hoping to make it to maybe eBay's event next year, maybe some of these resellers events. Maybe I'll be a little bit more savvy. I'll have maybe an eBay store so I could shut it down or figure out what to do. So when I'm gone for 5, 7, 8 days, that's the next problem I have too. So anyhow, hey, thank you again for watching, folks. I really appreciate it. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and if you want to send it out to people, let them know that there's a guy out there that's got some pretty cool stuff to show you. Appreciate that too. Subscribe. So anyway, I'll see you next week. Let's see what we can find next week, guys. Have a great night.